Hello, everyone. Very warm welcome to this channel. As discussed in last webinar, we'll take a one more question answer round. And today here we are live. First of all, wish you all a happy Guru Purnima. हमारा सबसे बड़ा गुरु तो मार्केट ही है और उसके हम स्टूडेंट्स हैं. And today I'm going to introduce you to the Manoj Reddy, who is a full-time option trader and he's from Tirupati. I get to know him through a telegram, and I found him very interesting. And he was willing to teach you guys option strategies and what he's been doing since long. So let me introduce Manoj. Hi, Manoj.
Hi Paurik, hello everybody. Good evening.
Yeah. So today Manoj will introduce you himself, and then he'll take some presentation where he'll explain a few details about options, and then we'll take a question answer round. So Manoj, please introduce yourself.
Hello, good evening everybody. This is Manoj, and I have been a full-time option trader. Option trader in the sense I do only option writing. I do only option selling because I feel that very comfortable and it suits my personality, and I feel it very comfortable doing option selling. So basically, I'm an undergraduate from Chennai from 2009 batch, and then later on I went to US and I have done my masters over there, and I came back to India in 2015. And from then I had my own manufacturing business, and later on, I moved to trading a couple of years ago. And I am very, dynamic with trading styles. I keep exploring different asset classes. I have done my certifications, and I am certified in four different asset classes and all. So that's about me, and let's do a small presentation which I have prepared for you guys. So I take this session as a very basic session. I don't know how much you know about everything, and also I'll take it from the very basics. Let's see where we get up, and we can try to answer pretty much all of your questions at the end of the session. Okay, is that sounds right for it? Okay, let me share
Yes,
my screen.
please go ahead. Yeah. So, guys, I also want to tell you, okay, after this live stream, we are planning for a 2 day workshop on options where Manoj will take a 2 day free option classes where he'll teach you all basics of options to advanced level. So, for that, after this webinar, he's going to explain what he's going to talk about in 2 days webinar. And after this live stream, I'll post a form on our Telegram channel where you can subscribe if you are interested. So, Manoj, yes, I've shared a screen.
So everybody can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Look at if you're a fresher and if you're trying to find out what kind of transactions take place, what kind of objects or what instruments available in the market. Only these are the five types of markets which are available. The first one is the spot market. Spot market is basically nothing like the market where usually we go out to purchase vegetables and all. So it's kind of the same stuff. It all the trading used to happen via spot market. Where people bid, there will be a lot of crowd and there will be a lot of shouting and hooting. Still in USA they follow spot market, and it's that's where the place started. Actually it started way long when the commodity started. The barter system existed. So that is the basis, and that is where everything started from. Today spot market exists only for commodities, and pretty much all equities and financial derivative instruments move to exchange traded. I'll tell you what is exchange traded and everything. It has been moved to exchange where you can control the environment and where the and you exactly know what is happening, and where you have a regulatory body and everything. So spot market is existent only for commodities as of now, and currencies also being traded in spot market. Then comes the forwards market. Forward market is nothing but over the counter or by parity. It's pretty much like two companies sitting together over a counter. For example, put it in very simple words, like me and Paurik. Paurik is one entity and me as one entity. And I want something from Paurik, and Paurik wants something from me. Like I trade in, I have a gold reserve, and he deals in diamonds. So what we do is we sit together and we make a bilateral or bipartite agreement between only two of us. The terms is only between Aurik and me. We define the terms, and we define everything between only two of us. And these things don't go out, and they stay between us only. So there is no regulatory body here, and only these things take it forward on the basis of my requirement and Paurik requirement. Forwards are still existent, and these happen only between main companies or between any banking systems, or where there is a mutual benefit and all. Okay, and then comes the features. Features is nothing but you know uh, suppose let me take one example here, like Reliance. Let me take a simple way. So Reliance spot price is at 2105, and over here features are being traded by speculators basically, or you can use features for hedging your positions or in your investments. So how features work is like you make a contract, monthly contract or bi-monthly contract, you make it or tri-monthly contract. Features are basically defined in three contracts. One is monthly, bi-monthly, and tri-monthly. So if your view of Reliance is going to go up, I mean, like practical example, right now it is 2105, and by if it is, if you think, and if your view is 2200, what you do is you buy a futures contract which is going to end. So you don't really hold the whole Reliance stock. Actually, you'll be paying only a partial amount to hold that lot size. I'll tell you what lot size is when we detailedly discuss about features. I don't know if we'll be doing features in very much detail in these sessions. So I'm just giving an introduction of what kinds of markets exist. Okay, just keep that in mind. Okay. So next, that's what features are, and let's go to the main topic of our session, which is basically the options. Options are they're one of the instruments which are being very actively traded in India. So let me take you to options board. So options name itself suggests you have many options. You see how many options we can see here. So all these options have different names, and I'll tell you, I'll put this presentation into very practical way. I'm not going to go into definitions. I'm not going to teach you what is basic definitions right in this session, because it will be very difficult for me to cover everything in a very limited span of time. So just keep up. I'll just try to keep it very simple in terms of with respect to the markets and all. So I'll tell you, very few things in the very limited time which is available for us. I'll take lots and lots of questions in the later part. Okay. Here I have a lot of options here. So everybody knows there there are two types of options. One is calls and one is puts. So, and we have different options of calls and we have different options of puts. So I'll give you a simple, you know, let me open my notes and explain you in much more simpler terms. So is everybody okay with English or does anybody in Hindi also? Hello? So let's continue. Okay. So let me put options in two perspectives. Okay. The other one is selling. So in buying, we do call option buying, we do put option buying. Selling, we do call option selling, we do put option selling. This is perspective regarding buying and selling. So let's do one more perspective. Regarding market conditions. You can keep make note of all of these things. These are very simple things, and it will be very easy for you to understand options and how they work if you make it of the simple basics actually. Okay. Market is moving up, moving down. Moving up in the sense it's also called as uptrend. Moving down, we call it downtrend. So when the market moves up, the two options what is we do CE buying. The other one we do is PE selling. Now market is moving downwards. We do PE buying and we do C selling. That's it. There are two perspectives in the market, and these are the two perspectives. One is regarding to buying and selling, and one is regarding to market conditions. And there is another market condition which is called as consolidation or sideways. You call it, you name it, whatever it is. And selling only. Okay, understood. So this is how options are traded, and these are the two different perspectives. Understood. So let me tell you one things over here. This is called as option chain. Pretty much everybody knows what option chain is, and all these are called the strike prices. All these are called different strike prices. You see the center line. All these are called different strike prices, and there is one definition called as spots. Let's come to definitions. Spot price. Spot price is nothing but the price which is being traded. So all these are spot prices. Spot price for a nickel is 1461 rupees. Nickel is a commodity, and for Jubilant Food Network, the spot is this. The price where it is last traded, or when it is in the live market, the price where it is currently traded, it is nothing but spot price. And we look at spot price, and we look at strike prices while trading in options. So now everybody knows what is a spot price, and these strike prices basically have a definitive, differences. So for a Nifty, the difference between each strike price is only 50 points. So it is definite. I mean, you can only have this difference. This difference always exists between each and every strike price. So it's a different points for a Nifty, and if you go to Bank Nifty, it is going to be 25 points. You see here, sorry, the Bank Nifty lot size is 25, and strike price difference is 100. Okay. See, all the strike price are differentiated between 100 points. So 35,000, 35,100, 35,200. Okay. And it's difference, it differentiate between different stocks. Let's see for Reliance. I will come to the stocks in a bit. Let me do little more definitions over here. So now strike prices have defined differences. So Nifty, it is a 50-point difference. Bank Nifty, it's a 100-point difference. Okay. So now you get a question: why so many strike prices? Why do we need this many strike prices to trade in options, and why we require this many options? Why so much of information, and why so much of confusion? So basically, it's all this work as a part of an insurance. It's like insurance company. It works as insurance. Okay. So usually. Options and all these features are the derivative instruments which are a part of hedging instruments. These are not invented, basically to trade. These came into existence to protect your portfolio, and to protect your investments actually. So As a part of hedging, and as a part of protecting your portfolio, you need a lot of data and a lot of checkpoints. Okay, so that's why you estimate the value of your portfolio, and you will have a lot of options and lot of different options to take trade, and you can do it in many ways. Okay, so that like prices. Then comes ATM options, OTM options, and FOTM options. So at the money, in the sense where spot price, we have two options. Now Bank Nifty is at 35,034. We'll have two at the money options. At 35,000, we have a call option and we have a put option. Okay, always has two options. And in the money, in the sense, confused. Okay, so can you see a gray area and white area is called out of the money options? You see, so out of the money option in the sense 35,100 call is an out of the money option. 34,900 is a put out of the money option. Okay, so half of CE and half of the PEs are always out. For PE, the strike price goes down, it is called out of the money, and the strike price goes up, it is called out of the money for call option. Okay, don't worry, I'll just for out of the money option, strike prices move up for call. Strike prices move down for put. In the money, it's simple reverse. Understood? So it's basically simple to understand an option. At the money has two options, both call and put. And for in the money, there is one call and one put. Out of the money also, there is one call and put. This is the combination. I'll explain you. Far out of the money is also one call and one put. Far out of the money is nothing but, now it's trading at 35,000. So far is nothing but too far. I mean, like 28,000. All these options are called as far out of the money options. Basically, you can define like anything away 3,000 points or 4,000 points away from the spot is called far out of the money options. Okay. So these are the very basics. So you need to definitely know the perspectives first. The perspectives are very important to understand which side you are, because when I sell, you have to You are doing buying in options. There are two kinds of buyers. There are call option buyers and put option buyers. And if you are doing selling, there are call option sellers and there are put option sellers. So regarding market conditions, you need to have your perspective and spot price, strike prices, and at the money, in the money, out of the money, and far out of the money. So this constitutes, the basic mechanism of options, and these are the very basic definitions of options. Okay, so I'll discuss about option chain very detailed in our two-day class seminar. Right now, just remember these gray areas are in the money options and the white areas are out of the money options. Understood?
Yeah, I hope this was
So,
clear and good enough for basics for today. So, guys, he's going to take a 2 days workshop from basics of options to the advanced level. In today's, the link will post in a Telegram channel. Who are interested, they can subscribe to it. And mostly we'll be doing it on next weekend, right, Manoj?
yeah, sometime in August probably. Or if it's possible, we can do on weekdays also. We'll let them know, I mean, like the schedule and everything.
Okay, perfect. Any questions, guys, on this related to this or something? You can ask your questions here in the chat box. I don't see any questions, Manoj, for this. I guess this was clear enough. We'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes
Okay.
and then we'll close this live stream. Vikram ji wants it in Hindi. So विक्रम जी मनोज के लिए हिंदी में बोलना थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा। ही कैन अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी, वो हिंदी समझ सकते हैं, पर हिंदी में उनके लिए कम्युनिकेट करना डिफिकल्ट होगा। तो ये पूरा जो वो करने वाले हैं 2 डेज़ वर्कशॉप, वो मोस्टली इंग्लिश में ही होगा।
तो वन में हो सकता है, थोड़ा ट्राई करता हूँ, लेकिन थोड़ा मुश्किल है.
सी कंडक्टिंग दिस वर्कशॉप उसका इम्पोर्टेंट ये था क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग टेलीग्राम पे मैसेज करते थे, दे वर मेकिंग लॉसेस और वो हिंदी में नहीं मतलब वो वहाँ पे बहुत लॉस कर रहे थे स्टॉक मार्केट के अंदर ऑप्शंस बाइंग में और उनको ऑप्शंस का बेसिक नहीं पता था। एंड वी वर डिस्कसिंग मनोज के साथ मेरा डिस्कशन हो रहा था, तो उन्होंने बोला कि आई कैन गिव देम गाइड देम और ऑप्शंस का बेसिक सिखा सकता हूँ, तो हमने ये प्लान किया। अ, मनोज ये क्वेश्चन है कि कब करने वाले हो? अगस्त में आई गेस प्लान कर रहे हैं। एनी अदर क्वेश्चन गाइस? Yes, yes. Session will be in English only. Mohan ji, session will be in English only. We have very less people today due to the Sunday. No
Yeah.
problem. We'll close this session. For now, I guess there's no more questions. Yes, sir. वही है कि सब लॉस कब करे। बेसिक्स थोड़ा ऑप्शंस का सुन ले, समझ ले और उसके बाद ऑप्शन को ट्रेड करे तो ज्यादा बेटर रहे। उसके लिए वॉलेंटरी मनोज जी ने आगे आके बोला कि वो सिखाना चाहते हैं सबको।
So the intention is वो समझ ले बेसिकली होता क्या है, ऑप्शंस मार्केट्स में क्या है, स्ट्राइक्स क्या होता है, कॉल कब कब सेल करना है, कब बाई करना है. So it's everything is available. So you just need to read and you know if you understand them properly, you'll take the right call. So you don't lose your money first thing.
मोहन जी is asking for a strategy.
Strategy. Uh, we can discuss strategies, but I definitely don't know. I mean, like how much you understand first. So unless I know how much you
Yeah,
understand, uh,
I can share something. How many are the sellers right now? Whoever is watching, विक्रम जी को विक्स के बारे में जानना है।
okay, let me show them the presentation once more. Paurik, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2 to 3 days presentation basically. So will be this is only the basics, and we'll keep going forward in all this stuff. Let me show you. I know you'll have a lot of questions. So what kind of market participants exist? So you need to decide whether you are going to be a buyer or seller. And if the people is already holding huge investments, then you need to learn how to hedge your positions. And who are speculators? Random people, everybody in the markets. Random people who come with a view and who trade. Who makes profit. Those are speculators. And then there are other kind of traders, so arbitrators. These are the different kind of participants. You need to decide first, who you are and what you want to be in the market. Then you need to learn little bit of psychology and how markets work and regarding the cycles and everything, and what are symmetrical returns and unsymmetrical returns. You need to learn a little bit about rights and obligations, with respect to options and all. How to all these things, you take it forward step by step, because I formulated it from a very basic level, so it reaches everybody, and everybody comes to one standing where we can start discussing about strategies. Because if we go right away into strategies, uh, I doubt like many people will get to know, because with the talks I had with Paurik ji, people still have a lot of doubts regarding the very basics. So our agenda for the first two couple of sessions is going to be covering everything basics, and then we'll start doing about strategies and all. So options and how they work. I mean, like what is the overvalue, undervalue, and the same value. I mean, like how those prices and how the premiums are generated, how the premiums pricing works, and why it is overvalue, why it is undervalue, and why it is same value. You know, we'll discuss deep down. Okay, going forward. Later on, I have given you the option structure. Right now, what we have discussed is the first 2 points: what is CEP and what is ATM, ITM, OTM, and FOTM and FITM, and how we use it, how we use all these options as a market participants, how time values works, and how the premiums work. So this is the flow actually, and then we come to the options geeks and how they affect the premiums. Then these are the strategies. There are hundreds of strategies available in the market. I mean, like lots and lots of strategies, but these are basically names actually. So if you know how to deal with the market conditions and the cycles, you don't really need to remember all the strategies available, and you don't need to keep everything in your head and confuse yourself. So we'll try to make things work in a very simple way, and we'll try to keep your trading system very simple, and very easy to understand. And the plan is to teach according to your requirement. It's not like we giving all the knowledge and make you confused. Okay, so Second, when it comes to the second day, we'll talk about different kinds of brokers and why we need to discuss about brokers, because options trading, there are a lot of limitations when it comes to brokers and brokerage houses and all. So we'll start discussing about the market trends, when we have to buy, when we have to sell, what is the market cycle, its work and all, how we can build our portfolio. We'll talk about hedging, why we have to do indices and why we have to do stocks. We'll talk about supports and resistance. We'll talk about implied volatility and mix, all the basic strategies, concept of unlimited loss in option selling. We'll talk about advanced strategies, capital risk management, and chartings, graphs and tools, book skill set necessary. We'll discuss each and everything. One session will go up to around 2 to 3 hours. It's actually a 6-day workshop, basically to cover up all the bases and what exactly is options world actually. So this is going to be like, it's too, uh, you know, that's how we'll be going forward from here. So later on, uh, we'll do post 2 days. Later on, we'll have to do individual assessment and capital requirement and your risk appetite. You know, we need to assess a little bit to tell you a right strategy which works for you. If you're an working professional, some strategies work for you, and if you're a full-time trader, some strategies work for you. It depends on a lot of assessment and a lot of other things which we need to know before we can tell you on that. Okay, so this is going to be the flow and everything. So today we just want to self and give you a little bit of gist of everything. So that will be, will be going forward. This is,
Perfect, Manoj ji.
yeah.
So मोहन जी, good to know you are a seller, but अभी strategy discuss करने में problem वही होगा कि you are not very familiar with the basics. हम कोई भी strategy explain करेंगे, वो आपके लिए डेल्टा या थीटा नहीं पता होगा, तो उसके लिए समझाना डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है बेसिक से, और फिर वो लाइव मार्केट में उसको आप एडजस्ट करने में आपको डिफिकल्टी होगी। सो एजेंडा ये है कि आप प्रॉफिटेबल बनो, एजेंडा ये नहीं है कि आपको कुछ भी बता के हम कंफ्यूज कर दें। स्ट्रैटेजी के लिए तो बहुत सारे चैनल्स हैं जो आके 5-10 मिनट में आपको कोई स्ट्रैटेजी सिखा देंगे। बेसिक्स कोई नहीं सिखाता, तो हमने सोचा बेसिक सिखाते हैं, आप अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी खुद ही बना सकोगे और खुद ही आप ट्रेड करके एडजस्ट कर पाओगे अपने ट्रेड्स को। तो और हमारा एजेंडा कोई कमर्शियल इंटेंशन है नहीं, या हम कोई इंस्टीट्यूट रन नहीं करते हैं, तो देयर इज़ नो कमर्शियल एजेंडा बिहाइंड कंडक्टिंग ऑल दिस। ये तो एक सोशल एक्टिविटी है कि हमारा फ्री टाइम देके हम किसी का अगर हेल्प कर सकते हैं, तो वही बेसिस पे हमको हेल्प करना है। एनी क्वेश्चंस एल्स गाइस? Monji, we are making sure that we teach all the basics about options. That's why we are planning to conduct this webinar and workshop of 6 days, where we'll cover all the basics topics of options. And we'll not be posting those workshops video on YouTube or anything. So it will be online workshop only. So whoever will register, they'll only be able to participate and watch it. There will be no recordings of the workshop.
So Mohan ji is telling that he's selling and buying without knowledge. You see, that's what exactly we want to tell you. Don't use your hard-earned money. If you don't have knowledge, why do you trade in options, and why are you even involved in it? Unless you understand it, unless you know that, why do you want to do it? Try to understand and try to learn first. Okay, without knowledge, I mean, like, you don't do that. Okay, I personally suggest not to do it. Markets are not going to go anywhere, they are going to stay. So there is no hurry, just learn first. Market stays every day.
Right.
Just for the sake of trading, don't do trading. I mean, like, if you seriously want to do things, uh, just do it properly. Learn things first and then do it. Okay, There are many terms which you don't know, many terms which you don't understand. It takes time for you to grasp everything. Okay, हो सकता है, कोशिश करता हूँ प्रॉब्ली मेरा जो सेशंस होता है वो उसमें तो थोड़ा मिक्स करता हूँ हिंदी और इंग्लिश. शायद वन ऑन वन में इजी होता है लेकिन सेशन देने में थोड़ा मुश्किल है. पूरा सेशन हिंदी में करना है तो थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है और मेरा पेस बहुत स्लो हो जाता है. वन ऑन वन है तो पॉसिबल है तुषार जी. आई मीन लाइक वन ऑन वन कनेक्ट करना है तो आप मैसेज कीजिए, हम बात करेंगे. बता सकता हूँ.
See, for everybody, I just want to let you know that markets are difficult these days, and it will be difficult today, and it will be difficult tomorrow. But it is going to be beautiful day after tomorrow. But most of the people will die tomorrow evening. This was a word by some wise man. So for that, आपको जिंदा रहना पड़ेगा डे आफ्टर टुमारो ब्यूटीफुल मॉर्निंग देखने के लिए. तो उसके लिए ट्रेड लेस पहले आप जान लो, उसके बाद ट्रेड करो. मार्केट इज देयर ओनली. इवन हम अपने डेट बेट में हो गए फिर भी मार्केट ऑन रहने वाला है. एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस गाइस?
Can we give access for them to speak? Paurik? I mean, like, that
No,
is not
we don't
possible,
have
right?
access on. No,
Okay.
we are conducting webinar, then they'll have access to
Yes,
this.
yes. Okay. Okay, I think we can wind up for today.
It's perfect. It's been
Don't
1 hour.
see any questions.
We
Yeah.
can wind up. No questions left. So thank you guys for joining in today. And once again, happy Guru Purnima. Absolutely. There's one more question by Pradeep. Can a job person sell option also? Yes, absolutely. Option selling is basically you can do it positionally because you are hedged. You are not selling it naked. So you can do it positionally.
So basically, option selling itself has to be done positionally. I mean, like, doesn't give you much benefits, while you do it intraday or something like that. So you definitely need to hold the positions to earn much benefit out of selling. Okay, so selling definitely suits for working professionals.
All right. So guys, thank you for joining in. Thank you, Pradeep ji, Tushar ji, Vikram ji, everyone. Thanks for joining in, and we'll post the joining link for workshop form, which you can fill up your expectations and all, and we'll post in Telegram soon. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Bye.